Hey, hey. Hi, guys. All right, Virgos, welcome back. Virgos, let's jump on in and see where this storyline is going to take us, shall we? So let us begin. We have got the moon, the chariot, and the star, okay? Virgos, we're off to a galloping start. First off, only an emperor and empress gets to ride in a chariot. So somebody is really, they've reached some level of, I'll say, spiritual growth or spiritual status, whether or not they're even aware of it. Most likely they're not, because we have the moon card here. This is a character who has, let's put it this way. Sometimes if we've ever taken on a job that maybe was like more physical than a job we used to have, we don't realize that it's almost like going to the gym for 8 hours. And so we start to develop, new body contours and muscle mass and strength that sneaks up on us because we didn't do it with intention. We're just doing our jobs. The job that I've got now, like waitressing is a super physical job. I did that for like 8 years when I was younger. And I just remember it was like, I didn't even realize how strong I had become. And it was, it kept you fit. That's the kind of thing where sometimes the changes that we make, we're the last to know. We don't realize it because we're just out there doing the thing that we do. But in this case, this is not somebody who's just, working at a new job and maybe their fitness is increasing. This is all spiritual stuff. This is a character who has altered, redefined, resculpted their spiritual self, and it is having a major impact in their 3D life. This is somebody who might be just positively glowing, and they don't know. I mean, especially the star card, this is like they would be the last to recognize that people are looking their way, that people are staring at them. This could be a Virgo who has no idea just how gorgeous, how handsome they are right now, but they are turning heads right and left, and they wouldn't have any clue. that old country song, Heaven Help Us, baby's got her blue jeans on. it's maybe somebody's looking good, maybe somebody looks really good in those blue jeans, masculine or feminine. The truth of it is, though, they may be looking like a star. Other people might be taking notice of them. People are even in awe of them, are respecting them, and yet they're blank. They have no idea that that's how people are seeing them right now. Tell me, what is it that has made these significant changes? What was it that Virgo moved on from, right? With the chariot, it's something is more balanced for this Virgo. They've moved on. They've well, it's so interesting because we have this 9 of Pentacles. This Virgo has moved into a state of tremendous self-reliance, tremendous personal growth. They could be someone who is maybe they have their own business, or they've built a reputation for themselves. And again, they don't know. They think they've been keeping a low profile, which is the comical part. She's got this little bird mask on. People think that she's a bird. No, darling. You can't hide your awesome skills. Like, this Virgo has been possibly just working on themselves, working in building their self-confidence, but all the while they thought they were doing it at a personal level, and they weren't trying to sometimes people do things to help themselves build confidence that will be at a more public level, like Toastmasters or something where it's like, I'm scared of speaking in public, so I'm going to go practice learning how to, and then I'm going to push myself to get out there and go do public speaking. That wouldn't probably be the kind of thing that we're talking about here. This would be a Virgo who worked quietly and privately, maybe on, more meditation to like really gain a sense of inner peace and calm. And other people, contrary to them thinking, well, all I'm being is more quiet, more centered, more grounded, nobody's going to notice. I mean, who notices the quiet person sitting over there? Well, actually, everybody does, because sometimes we meet people that have like an energy flow to them that they feel very wise. They feel very centered. Other people are noticing this Virgo Ironically, when the Virgo thought nobody would notice them because they were only busy on some inner work, they were only busy on doing some stuff to make themselves feel, like, yeah, I've been putting some effort into my life goals, my life plans, and me as a person. No one will notice that. It doesn't impact anybody else. Well, Virgo, a lot of people notice that. That's really cute. What can I see about the moon card? Could it have a Pisces in particular who's noticing Virgo? Oh, we got 9 of Cups. No, it's not that. It's Virgo doesn't know that they're about to have a much better time. If this is a character who has been diligently working and they just kind of didn't really think about how their activities, how their life choices were going to either make them a good role model or inspire others, whatever this was, this Virgo has reached a point where they still seem oblivious to this, but I think they're about to receive some gifts from the universe. This is somebody who's about to have some really good times up ahead. Um, they could wind up. I mean, this could be little exciting things that happen. Virgo could win a weekend getaway to some winery. They could be out to dinner and they randomly are given a glass of wine on the house, or little sweet things that show like a culmination of, hey, Virgo, the reason people are responding, the reason the universe is responding to the changes Virgo has made is because Virgo has made the changes. So they're basically attracting more good stuff into their lives. Again, they don't really see this. They don't know that this is a turning point for them, that they're about to have a much more satisfying life. This is a little bit also like, this is a Virgo who could have changed their hairstyle, their clothing style, they something fits them. They've grown into their features. This could be somebody like, sometimes people really come into their own at a particular phase of their life. Um, like this could be somebody who literally has gray or silver hair at this point, and they're getting more people attracted to them now than they did when they were 20. And it's like, I don't understand what's going on. It's like, because freaking Fox, there's something super attractive about this character. This has nothing to do with age, but Virgo could be surprised that in their 60s they're actually getting more dates than they did at a different age. They're having people want to buy them a glass of wine, and they're like, what's going on here? Like, this is not how my life has gone. No, but Virgo has changed how their life is going to go. They've moved on from an older version of themselves, an outmoded version of themselves. Virgo's leveled up. Put it simply, they have leveled up. So we got to talk about that star card. What's going on with our star? Because we got some really nice energy on that for sure. We've got a 7 of Swords. What is this? Somebody is jealous. Somebody is spotting Virgo, and hold on. We have something. Somebody's lying about not paying attention to Virgo when that's all they do. I mean, this person is literally like making a second pass. They're flying around. They're hanging around the tree of life that belongs to Virgo because they can't help but notice this light emanating off of their Virgo. Queen of Cups in the reverse. Unfortunately, this could be somebody who used to know Virgo, who is this could be an ex who is, instead of, I don't want to say that they're drawn to Virgo for all the wrong reasons, but this doesn't look like love. This looks like somebody who is in this weird petty energy of like, wait a minute, I know Virgo, like I used to know them. We used to be a thing, and how is it they suddenly have stepped into this other energy where they're really highly sought after. Everybody can see that this Virgo is super attractive. Like, this is something that I worked really hard to make sure Virgo didn't know about themselves. How is it that they wound up excelling and becoming glorious when I worked really hard to make sure that they wouldn't feel that way about themselves? I feel like, unfortunately, this is a very unsavory character, but I don't get to pick the cards. This is like somebody who wanted, they might have even thought that their job was done. Like, I was able to tell Virgo that not to think too highly of themselves. because secretly I was jealous of them. I mean, even partners can be jealous of people, but this could have been a sibling or somebody also that, or another person in Virgo's life at one point in time who kind of thought that however they treated or mistreated the Virgo, that worked. Virgo now doesn't think that highly of themselves. This person could have contributed, ironically, to Virgo doing that inner work and becoming the shining star that they are today. Sometimes the people that make the biggest impact on a person's life are the ones that tell those lies that, you know what, that's just not your thing. You're not that good at that. When really they can see the potential, and they want to come in and they want to give an insult to the very thing, the very gift, or the very beautiful thing, or the thing that stands out, that the natural talent, the natural gift that somebody has. I'll use this as an example. Someone very near and dear to me was told by a very cruel individual their whole life that they had an ugly voice. And this person who's near and dear to me has a beautiful voice, like one of my favorite voices. In fact, just a speaking voice is like so soothing. And I've said it dozens of times, gosh, your voice is so beautiful. And, when they told me one time that, that's so weird that you would say that, because someone else in their life used to actually like make a fake nasally voice to insult them and act like that's how they sounded. And I was like, oh my God, that person went after you for one very specific thing because they knew that that's such a beautiful trait in you, and they wanted to like take that from you and make you not see that about yourself. And sometimes characters don't know that people can do those really unkind things. This is an unkind energy for sure, and I don't like having to talk about it, but on the other hand, I think it's good to remember that sometimes the people that will come into our lives, that are unkind, they can serve a purpose, which is when we can rise above that unkindness. Heck, this person, let's use that as an example. Say our lead character, our Virgo here, had somebody who made fun of their speaking voice. Well, guess what? Not only did that propel them to go, take lessons from a speaking coach or something, but maybe they got that somebody who told them, you have a beautiful voice. What do you mean? That's like one of your gifts. And now maybe this person is going to be, making millions. Maybe our Virgo is going to make millions doing audiobooks or cutting records or something like that. There's whatever it is, this blast from the past, this person who is jealous or was jealous, they're more jealous now, because it's like, why didn't that work? Why wasn't I able to squash you? Because thankfully, they played a big role in Virgo's personal development without them even realizing it. It's mainly maybe because of who the Virgo is, but the bottom line here says we've got the magician. Magician is the ability to manifest. Lots of little things come into play when we figure out what we want and who we want to be and what we want to call into our lives. And sometimes, like I said, the worst energies help us define what we really do want to work on. And that in turn plays the biggest role in the life that we later develop for ourselves. All of our strengths can come from the people that tried to kick us and make us weak. That's what this looks like. This is very much a powerful story here. Is there anything else to say about that Seven of Swords? We've got the Judgment card, and it's sideways. If this character does attempt to come back in, it may be under insincere like efforts, and it might come across as insincere also. It might be like they put a half-hearted attempt to kind of hover around. It's like they catch Virgo's, Virgo catches their eye again and they go, that's Virgo? Well, I totally expected that I had done my work and I made it so that they would never succeed in life. And now instead, not only are they succeeding like they're a freaking star, okay, maybe I should pretend like I want to be friends with them and see if they'll take the bait and see if I can get back into their life. Yeah, I don't think so. That Judgment card is sideways because I almost think that in Virgo's new energetic state that they're in, remember, they're very balanced. We saw them with that Chariot card first, which is all about inner balance. I think that they're going to be able to just easily and gently say, if this person does reach out to them. And with Seven of Swords, this person could. Swords can be communication. I think Virgo's just going to go ahead and say, well, it was, nice of you to think of me. And then I think that's kind of it. I don't think that they give. I think that they give something cordial, but they don't give of themselves. I kind of feel like this Virgo has learned something about how to maintain their inner peace, how to maintain their inner harmony. And I think that it's almost like their chance to be tested and see how do they handle something. An old bully that pops up into their life, they don't get rattled by it. They're just like, oh, well, nice of you to think of me. And I don't think it's snide or it's sassy. It's just kind of like, yeah, I'm really not interested in bringing this person back into my world. Virgo's got other fish to fry. We got the Lover's card. Whomever that person was, that could have been an ex. That could have been an old lover. Lover. It could have been someone that Virgo was intimately interwoven to, but there wasn't apparently love there. There was more jealousy there than anything, and still remains a jealous aspect from that person. They could have been a water sign, doesn't have to be. They could have been petty and jealous of Virgo in a feminine way, even if they were masculine. It could have been a jealous thing that was displayed more like a jealous feminine trait. Jealousy can manifest in weird ways, competitive, mean-spirited, gossipy, or, subtle, passive-aggressive. There's so many different ways, but the bottom line is it doesn't matter. Virgo's choosing something better. If that's an X, there's no X for this Virgo. Whatever shows up in their world that was unsavory in the past, they don't have any space for it. They're in too calm an energy at this point. They don't idealize anything from the past. They're kind of just very peaceful. Maybe for a moment they think, it's unfortunate that maybe I couldn't have had this peace sooner, because I really feel hopeful about my future. I feel like there could be a really wonderful romantic partner on the horizon for me. And I feel so much more optimistic about love. I feel so much healthier and happier. I really think Virgo is turning down some kind of an X that shows back up. But tell me about the Gemini. Tell me, who is this? This is a choice of a different romantic partner, Six of Swords. This is all because they genuinely move forward. I think it's kind of like the Virgo's final test. An ex who was salty in the past, who was maybe not very truthful, who might have tried to undercut or even intentionally wound the Virgo. If they try to show back up in that weird half-hearted attempt, I don't think Virgo's even a little bit ruffled by it nor tempted by it. I think it simply is they realize how far they've moved on from those old days. Boy, I wish I had moved on sooner. But you know what? Here's this new person. Here's this new romantic partner. I think Virgo's meeting their one, their swan, the person that this will be it. Swans do mate for life. It's really beautiful. Really beautiful. We got a King of Cups. We got a Knight of Wands. This is everything from stable, loving, secure, but also wildly passionate. This is a relationship that could really expand Virgo's world. They might meet someone that's from a different culture than they are, and even though they never would have expected it, they suddenly find themselves immigrating to a whole different continent and living the next portion of their life in a completely different energy. And I say that only because a Knight of Wands is there are so many adventures Virgo hasn't tasted yet. There's so many exciting things that could take Virgo in one direction and then another and another. But the one thing that is constant is the love of whomever this person is. That's really special, really, really special. All right, I'm going to leave that one there. But Virgo meets their king. King, queen, doesn't matter what gender we're talking about, but they meet their person. Thank you guys, as always, for choosing to visit. If you do enjoy the channel, please give it a thumbs up. Please do subscribe. I'll see you again in the next one. Bye.